Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Arlene. So in today's video, I'm going to be making an appetizer, a 0-point appetizer that I am going to be making for Thanksgiving. And usually when we make these, we do cauliflower and broccoli, but I'm just doing broccoli today. And it's a take on the, like the fried vegetables, I don't know where this little tiny moth is coming from. The fried cauliflower, the fried broccoli, the fried zucchini sticks, that type of an appetizer that you get like at Applebee's or something like that. So, instead of using flour, I was trying to think of what to use to make it 0 points. And I didn't want to use breadcrumbs. I didn't want them breaded. I wanted them more like a batter. So I had I have a bag of brown rice. And brown rice on the Purple Plan is 0 points. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour some brown rice into my Vitamix blender here. I'm going to put the lid on. This is going to get loud. And I'm just going to pulverize this into a powder. I'm going to let it go for about a minute and a half. Okay, so now that my brown rice is totally into a powder, I tried some earlier because I wanted to make sure that this worked okay, and it does. So excited. I'm going to be cracking 1 egg into my bowl. And that was just a little bit of flour that, the brown rice flour that I had left over from before. Let me get out my garlic, my onion powder, my garlic powder, and my basil. So I'm just going to season this up as if it was, like Italian style breadcrumbs, in other words. And then I have, which I just dropped, some baking powder. I did take my frozen bag of broccoli out of the freezer, and I thawed it out. Now I'm just going to mix up this egg. I'm going to add a little pinch of salt. I'm going to add some basil leaves, and I'm not even a tiny bit of each. I'm just going to write what the ingredients are, and you put as much as you want in. Or if you don't like garlic, you don't like onion powder, you can't have salt, you don't have to put anything. But then they will taste very plain. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more flour. And there's really no ratio. I'll show you the consistency you want to get it to. So I'm just going to put, like if I was making a whole bunch of these, of course I would use more eggs. So I'm just going to put eggs. You want to start off with 1. And then I'm going to put a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of baking powder. Just so that it puffs up a little bit when I'm cooking them. I love, 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 love fried vegetables, like as an appetizer from the restaurants. My favorite are fried pickles. I love fried pickles. I love the cauliflower, the broccoli, and I love zucchini, fried zucchini. So yeah, trying to get this. So I just got back from the store. I wanted to grab a couple of rolls for my husband because I made a nice, what do you call it? A nice eye-round roast beef last night for him, and I cut it super, super thin on my slicing machine that I have. And so I wanted to get him some rolls so I can make him a nice roast beef sandwich tomorrow for lunch. And there's an old lady there with a runny nose, wiping her nose with her hands, and then grabs inside the big bin where all the rolls are. I'm like, ma'am, really? Like, do you not know there's a pandemic going on? I said, the tongs are right there. I felt bad being nasty, but oh freaking well. Just because she's old doesn't mean, you know. I know I sound harsh and terrible, but that stuff like that really disgusts me. I couldn't even buy the rolls. I had to get a loaf of Italian bread for my husband. Which I hate buying Italian bread because I love it. And it's very hard for me not to eat it. So I just wanted to pick him up one roll, but she has her snotty, disgusting hands inside the bin. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. You didn't realize? The tongs are right there. Like, open your eyeballs. Oh, stuff like that really aggravates me. So disgusting. And there's signs. Please use the tongs. It's like, seriously, unbelievable. Oh well, I'll have to run over there first thing tomorrow morning when they put out the fresh ones as soon as they open at 7 o'clock because I need rolls for his breakfast anyhow. Alright, I'll shut up about the old lady with the snotty hands. I'm serious though. So you want it like that thick. See the consistency I have it? And now I have my broccoli here. Yeah, she had me so aggravated I forgot to go get my spray because I'm out of my cooking spray. I mean, she wasn't old like walking with a walker, you know, but she was older than me. So what I'm doing is I'm draining out the water. This was just right from frozen. Right from the bag. I have the bag right here. I'm only going to do a couple and then I'm going to do the rest of them later. You want to get out the water. Then I'm just going to throw them inside the batter. Now, if it doesn't seem like it's sticking, that means it's a little too thick and you want to... So I think this is a little too thick. Because you really want it to stick on there. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water. Just to... that was like nothing. It does seem to thicken up a little bit as it sits. So that's probably why. But I would say it's about a half a cup of the brown rice flour with 1 egg. Yeah, see how when it's thinner, it stays on nicer, it coats better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my... I'm going to turn my air fryer on in the meantime. I have my air fryer tub there, whatever the heck you want to call it. And since I forgot to buy my spray, I'm going to spray the bottom of this with some. I can't believe it's not butter. Hopefully that works. If you want, you could take a little bit of oil and just oil the bottom. Oh, I need my tinfoil. Oh yeah, why am I spraying that when I gotta spray the tinfoil? This is what I want to spray. I'm sorry, guys. So you want to put your tinfoil down, spray your tinfoil. Shake off a little bit of the excess and then put it in. And if you don't want to eat these plain, you can always make with the fat-free Greek yogurt. You can make a dip. You can add some of the ranch dry season packet to some of your what do you call it? To your yogurt, and make a ranch dip, or add just some fresh chopped garlic and salt and pepper. This piece of broccoli is very dense, so it doesn't want to go in there. Yeah, I guess I'll do all 5. See, it's starting to get so thicker again. You just want it so that it's going to coat it. There we go, a little bit more water. These came out so good. I was so excited to eat them. Has a little tiny bit of a different texture than when you use and deep fry it with flour, like the flour batter. But it tastes delicious. Doesn't taste like brown rice at all. It actually tastes like the garlic, the onion powder, the salt. It actually tastes like the spices you put in. And then with the delicious broccoli. So I am going to stick these in my air fryer back there for about 5 minutes. And then I will show you how they look. Oh, you know what I'm going to do real quick? I almost forgot. I'm just going to spray the tops of these with my, I can't believe it's not butter, since I do not have my spray. Okay, I just wanted to show you real quick how nice and thin my slicer cuts my roast beef. Look at that. Look how nice and thin. Thinner than the deli gets it. Because, like I said, I made the eye-round roast beef last night, and I had all this roast beef left over. It's so good. Hardly no fat. Delicious. Oh, I wanted to give you guys a tip today while that's finishing. Let me just check on it. Another minute. Okay. It's not something I can physically show you, so I'm going to tell you. And this I learned from my cousin Kelly, who's actually a sous chef at a restaurant. So, if you have tinfoil and it's in the oven, say your oven's on 450, 400, and say you have something, you know, on a cookie sheet, and you have flat tinfoil, and the tinfoil, you know, has been in the oven for a while, you can lift that tinfoil and it won't be hot. If it's crinkled up at all and you go to touch it, it's red hot. So if it's flat, you can touch it. If it's crinkled, you can't. I never knew that until my cousin told me that the other day. And I said, oh my God, I got to share that with everybody. So if you ever put tinfoil in the oven, even on top of your rack, and you want to, like, you know, like toast up a loaf of Italian bread or something, and you don't feel like using a baking sheet, and you just put a piece of tinfoil in the oven on the rack and put some bread or whatever, make sure you don't crinkle it, because when you go to take it out, you can definitely take it out if it's totally flat. If it's crinkled, it's going to be hot. Isn't that something? All right, so my things are done here. I took like halfway through, after about 3 minutes, I took the tin foil out. That's what reminded me to let you know about that tip, because it's crinkled, and when I went to lift it, it was red hot. And then I just put them right on the, right on the grate, because I wanted the other side to get done. I mean, I could have just flipped them, but I just wanted the hot air to circulate around the whole thing. So there you have it, guys. Look at how awesome for 0 points. Breaded broccoli bites. And I made with it, this is Greek non-fat yogurt with some taco seasoning. And I only put a little bit of taco seasoning, like a real tiny bit. Where's my packet? So I could show you what I used. I actually made this taco seasoning yesterday. I mean, you can use any seasoning you want. Now I can't find it. But it's just your regular, you know, when you make tacos, the seasoning that you put inside the meat. You can use the ranch in the packet. You can use the good seasons if you want like an Italian dip to dip this in. But by making your own rice, brown rice flour in a blender. See, now this is a Vitamix. This really gets everything to a powder. I don't know if a regular blender would. You might, if you have a coffee grinder, you can maybe use a coffee grinder. But this actually pulverizes it to actual powder, like a flour. And then just one egg, add the flour till it gets a little bit thick. You know, season it however you want. And look at, you have beautiful, beautiful broccoli bites for 0 points. For Thanksgiving, I'm going to do a platter with some broccoli, some cauliflower, and some zucchini sticks. And that's going to be our, you can even bread eggplant like this if you wanted to for 0 points. So yeah, so that's my little video for today. I hope you like the tip about the tinfoil. Take it out of the oven when it's flat. It won't be red hot. If it's crinkled like this, it's going to be hot. All right, guys, I'll see you. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be at my mother's for most of the day. I don't know if I'm going to get a video done tomorrow, but in case if I don't, I will definitely get a video into you guys on Wednesday. I have to go food shopping, so I'm kind of sparse with things that I, you know, have here to cook. And yeah, and I'll see you all in the next video. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit that notification bell. And if you like these broccoli bites for a nice appetizer, please give me a thumbs up. And also, these cooked at 390 in the air fryer for about 5 to 6 minutes. Very simple, very easy. I think I'm going to try this recipe with some pickle. I love fried pickles. So yeah, anything you want to bread and fry for an appetizer, you can do it. Thanks, everybody. Everybody have a great day. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video. If not tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. Bye-bye now.